Hello Leo and welcome back to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be your monthly general reading for October 2024, and today I am using the Bohemian Gothic Tarot for the main reading, clarified by the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot Guide, and the Oracle deck I'm using is called a Wee Star Oracle. Okay, so I hope you're doing well, Leo. So incidentally, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box, along with all the decks that I am using today. Okay, so Leo, how is things going? How are we doing? Are we settled now after all your big moves through in the summer? Are we? Let's wait and see. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly select one of these oracle cards. And I will read the message. I have my eyes shut for this, Leo. I know you can't see me, but trust me, my eyes are shut. Okay, that's fun. So, there's a picture. It's a very abstract deck. And this, every time I look at these cards, I see something different, and I have these cards for many, many years. And for me, suddenly looking at you, tuning into your energy, Leo, this feels very much like stitches over scars. You know, it's as if like scars for the past are being healed. That's what it feels like. So this is the message in the back. An old hurt, well, there we go, repeating many times, a pattern that does not want to be seen. This is a wound that in some ways has become an old familiar friend, a way of life. There is a patchwork of mending and fixing to keep things together. You can remain along this path a while longer, or you can choose to see now and let go of this tight place, honouring it for all the wisdom gained. That's a card to immersion, and the number of the card is 30. And what an incredible message that is. And I know for a lot of Leos, there has been a reckoning of sorts over the past maybe 2-3 years, and certainly, you know, there's been a lot of upheaval, whether that has been, you know, by choice or by circumstance. You know, there has been a lot. So, and every time something happens, it leaves its mark on us. You know, it leaves a mark, and every mark, you know, it depends, you know, how it depends, you know, just how deep the wound goes. Sometimes we can have wounds, you know, that disappear, or we maybe hurt ourselves and we can't even remember hurting ourselves when we notice the bruise or the, you know, or the wee cut or nick or something. So I think this is just, you know, representing the fact that there are tiny little scars, but then there are big wounds. And I think this period of time you have been really working through this, Leo. So let's have a look and see what the tarot has to say for Leo for October. Okay, I'll take that. The Page of Wands just came right, bouncing right out there. Okay, what else have we got to say? So this deck is it's a wee bit creepy. But that is October. Well, it's readings for October, so what is Leo got coming? We've got the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, card of Leo, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. At the bottom of the deck, oh look, there you are, the Sun, probably creepiest Sun card. It's creepy, Leo. It's creepy. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Okay. So you know the words that are coming towards me when I'm looking at this is love and passion. And it's interesting the fact that it feels very much, you know, like you have been through so much, Leo, and you have get this understanding now. You get a deep understanding of who you are. I think you've always known who you are, Leo, you know, or at least you've always had this perception or been aware of other people's perceptions of you, you know. And that's really kind of where you've been the most. And when you like focus on yourself and realize where you've been, where you're going, then that's where your true power lies. My apologies if you can hear background noise. The neighbours' dogs are going off their head for some reason. Anyway, so, and you've had to fight for that. You know, you've had to fight for that to get to where you're going. And what I'm focusing in on here is this Five of Wands, right? So if you can look here, so you've got this hooded, cloaked figure, and they're trying to get to this maiden, this person up here, but in their way there's ghosts or mummies or something, right? And they've got one of the ball and spike things to fight their way through. But that's not going to work against ghosts. And what it feels like to me, Leo, is over the course of October, there may be some ghosts from the past showing up. Ghosts for the past that have inflicted the wounds that this card talks about. But it's an opportunity to show how you have grown, how you now see the world, how you interact with the world. And just realise that, yeah, you may still have to fight, but you know how to fight. You've learned how to fight. Because you get your Nine of Cups here. And you're satisfied in those Nine of Cups. And the reason you understand the Nine of Cups so well is because you've made the sacrifices here in the Eight. You've made the sacrifices that is necessary. You've taken the necessary steps to get to that Nine of Cups. Was it always easy? Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't easy. Anything in life worth getting is never easy. That's a very fixed sign motto. And as a fellow fixed sign, I understand, you know, that that propensity to think, well, if it's not hard, then we don't, if it's no hard, then it's not worth it. But it feels like, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got Temperance, it's like we're taking, I say we, I mean the royal we, Leo, but it's like you're taking the chances, you're taking the chances that maybe sometimes in the past have not necessarily worked out, but you've never been afraid to try. And that's one of the beautiful things about you, Leo. You're never afraid to try. There's some signs out there who are totally paralysed by fear and indecision, and they won't do anything. But you are such a card of action. It's like there's the sun there, it's shining down on you, even in the hardest of times. You can still find that glimmer of hope and sunshine. And the wonderful thing about you is we're moving into the change of season. Certainly in the northern hemisphere, it's a bit more difficult for Leos because we won't see the sun for a while. But those southern hemisphere Leos, well, it's your time. It's your time to plug yourself into the sunshine and just go with it. That's one of the things that made me really laugh. I have got a wonderful friend who's a Leo, and they said when the sun comes out, you just plug me in, and that's me. And I think that really sums up Leo for that joy that Leo bring to people. You bring so much joy to people's lives, Leo, and it's opportunities here for you now to find that joy in yourself. To alchemize here with Temperance, to alchemize the fact that you have got your wishes coming true. There is still going to be times where you're going to have to walk away. That's just life, Leo. That's just how, unfortunately, these things go. But remember, always that sense of adventure that you have is, that should we not. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is a card of Jupiter, rules Sagittarius, and traditionally rules Pisces. So Leo, if there's anything coming up with your fellow fire sign Sagittarius, maybe you've got other placements in Sagittarius, pay attention to that, because the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, it expands things. So if you're riding the wave of success, then Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune showing up, it's just going to expand that. Can well also be an indication of the fact that Jupiter is currently in your opposite sign of Gemini. There could be some interesting things going forward with that particular energy. Okay, so let's have a wee bit of clarification. Let's pull some extra cards. What would you like to know about? Let's see, who's this Page of Wands? Who's the Page of Wands? Page of Wands is the Empress. So, Empress is Venus energy. It's interesting because if we look here at this Page of Wands, in the background, there's a boy here playing the violin. It looks like a boy, I think it is a boy. Playing a violin, and you've got this wee girl here, and you've got the Empress energy coming out to clarify it. So who is the Page of Wands? The Page of Wands is love. The Page of Wands is a representation of love, and it feels like a very caring time that you're going through. It could be siblings, it could be a partner, it could be child and parent energy. It's just a very kind and sweet energy. It's a very gentle energy. I think that just adds to, it's like that. It's like, Leo, you need that gentle energy after, if you're kind of going to be picking at these wounds a little bit or going to unpack them, you need a little bit of gentility, really. So tell me about this Five of Wands, because the Five of Wands is really the only card that's, oh, okay, so the Five of Wands is clarified by the Chariot. And I think, that's more about the journey involved. And I mean, it's a card of Cancer who's ruled by the moon. In a lot of ways, it's your neighbour, it's a neighbouring sign to you. But at the same time, it's one of those ones where you don't really have anything in common with it, but it feels like you are just choosing to hurtle towards the future. Leo, that's what you're doing. You're no longer letting the wounds and the energy for the past dictate to you. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. There's so much warmth in this reading, Leo. I'm taking that. There's so much warmth. Warmth, caring, understanding. And I feel like for some of you, that's not been an energy that you're particularly used to. Right. Let me see. Something for, honestly, a wee bit extra for Temperance, please. Oh, what was that? Mother of Cups. Yeah. It feels like then you've got Temperance again at the bottom of this deck. So, using that energy, leaning into that softer side of you. This angel here. And then the wings of the swan here. It feels deeply spiritual. This work that you're going to be on, that you're going to be doing, it feels, like where it's like really accessing those very deep parts of yourself, accessing them and understanding that in actual fact you can be soft, that it's safe for you to be soft, that there are people in your life now finally that you can show your vulnerabilities to, and in return they will grant you safety. They will grant you the environment that you need. If you need to build the environment, then they will build it by your side. But after so much walking away, it feels like after so much walking away, you're finally home, Leo. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I deeply appreciate it. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your comments. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.